Hello. We are going to look at how to do the math related to the constant dividend model with finite horizon. This is currently on page 189 and is formula 7.8. This is an area that students often find some errors in their math background. So what I want to do is I want to spend a little time going through that. Now I've put up an example here. We have a firm that just paid $1 in dividends, so that means our dividend 0 has been given to us as $1. We expect to hold the stock for 10 years, so that's our N. And dividends will increase at an annual rate of 6% each year, so our growth rate is going to be 0.06 or 6%, and that investors expect to earn 16%. That's 0.16. So what we want to do is we want to go through and we want to substitute this into our particular formulas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start here with $1 times 1 plus G, which is 1.06, over 0.16 minus 0.06 times 1 minus, and then in parentheses we have 1.06 over 1.16, 1 plus G and 1 plus R, raised to the nth power. Now this is where the error typically occurs, is in this last piece. In the math here, we need to start with this component first, and we need to calculate out what that's going to be. Now, it turns out if you take 1.06 divided by 1.16, you get 0.913793 that we raised to the 10th power, which means we have 1 minus 0.4059. There are some other digits there, which means this is 0.59404, and so on. Now, I want to stress here, what you have to do is you have to take the first component here and do the division before you can do the power function. So we'll have 0.913793. On your calculator, you'll put that in and press y to the x, press in 10 equals, that'll give you 0.4059, then subtract that number from 1 to get 0.59404. Now if we go through the math on this part, we're going to have 1.06 over 0.1. So that turns out to be $10.60 times that, 1060 here, equals $6.30. Now this is the portion of the dividends that you're going to be receiving. Keep in mind though that you probably anticipate that you're going to sell the stock at the end of the 10th year. So you also are going to have a second component, and when you add in that second component, what you're going to basically get, and let me change colors here. What we're going to do is we're going to find the value in year 10, which means we need dividend 11 over R minus G. Dividend 11 will be equal to $1, which is D0, times 1.06, which is dividends growing at 6% for 11 years, over R minus G. So when we go through and do the math here, 1.06 to the 11th power is 1.898 and some other numbers over 0.1, which is $18.98. Then what we have to do is we need to find the present value. So this will be our future value, We're going to discount N at 10 periods. RIY is the investor's required rate of return of 16%. Payment is 0. So let's put that into our financial calculators. And that comes out to be $4.30. When we add it to the 630, we get the same $10.60 that we had over here. In other words, we can just use this approach here, but our value comes in two parts. The part of what we're going to sell the stock for in the future, and the value of the dividends during the 10-year holding period.